Alright, welcome back, Ride Synthetics. Today we got my 2011 Ram truck, Cummins, in for a transmission rebuild. I said if you watch the transmission pan replacement with the Banks, I said in there I didn't think it would fix it, but we'd give it a try to at least clean, let that new detergent fluid clean everything out as much as it could. And then once I got all the parts ordered, I'd get it back in and start the rebuild process. So here we go. We're going to pull the transfer case, might separate it to figure out why the transfer case is not engaging four-wheel drive. But also when I did the fluid change, no fluid really came out of it, like 5 drops. So there might be a good bit of issues in there. Hopefully maybe just the chain stretched and I'll replace the chain. But if I do anything with it, you'll see it. Other than that, we're gonna pull the transfer case, pull the trans, get the trans out. I'm gonna back the truck out of the garage to make room for tearing this thing down and then rebuilding it. I don't want to have to fight a small area. I mean, it's probably enough area, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there what I actually end up doing. But skinny of it is pull the drive shafts, both pull the rear drive shaft, pull the, if you're not going to move the truck, I think you can just unbolt the front drive shaft from the transfer case, pull the transfer case, pull the trans, right? So you got all the bell housing bolts, you got the transmission dipstick tube, probably should have at least a ground wire, most likely. Need to go through and unbolt the torque converter. Once you unbolt the torque converter, slide it back up inside the trans, and then do your bell housing bolts, slide it out. Of course, you'll have to do the transmission cross member, stuff like that. Normally, when I worked at a transmission shop, this was what I used to do: is pull and reinstall transmissions. There, I got to use the lift. Here, obviously, I don't. So I have to do everything from the ground, and to get the transmission out from under the truck without having to deal with getting it off of the trans jack. In doing so, I'll probably just jack the truck up, slide the transmission out, and then lower the truck back down if I'm rolling it out. If I'm not rolling it out, then I'll probably just leave it up, do what I got to do, slide it back underneath, lower the truck back down, and that's just so I don't have to reach up real high, get into everything. When you do the bell housing bolts, take the cross member out first. So you already have your jack under the trans. Take the cross member out, and then what you're going to do is lower the transmission jack, so you're actually pivoting the engine downwards towards the back, and that will give you room, clearance, to be able to get an extension or whatever the case may be, to get it in there, get those bolts out, and then once you have them all out, it'll come right out. So didn't pick the best of days to do this. We're in a heat wave like the rest of America, I believe. So it's a little hot. I'm going to do a lot of time lapse because I'm going to have all the fans on. So might make it a quick video, and then if anything's crazy or special tools or anything like that during this process, then I'll talk about it. But other than that, should be pretty much straightforward. Once we get to the actual disassembly of the trans, we'll go over stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and do a majority of this by memory and see what happens. All right, let's get to it. All right, here we go. I'm going to drain the fluids at first out of the transfer case and transmission. That's just to lower the weight down a little bit, make it easier to handle. Pull the drive shaft out. Rear drive shaft comes completely out. Front drive shaft, I only unhooked it from the transfer case and let it hang there, because I knew at this point the truck was not going to leave the garage. So here, go ahead and unbolt the transmission mount, unbolt the cross member, pull that out of the way, and then set up the, before taking that out, set up the trans jack, support the weight, then go around and take off all the nuts holding the transfer case into place, and then it came right out. Top nut on the passenger side was a little tight to get to, but a stubby ratchet wrench will do the trick. Alright, so we're underneath and we're at the point now we need to disconnect the torque converter bolts. And I don't know if you can see that right there. Where's the one? Let's see. So inside there is where the torque converter bolts will be, and then we will use a pry bar at first. See how easy it turns, and just use a pry bar against the flywheel, use it and turn it around until the torque converter bolts line up with those holes up there. And this is on the passenger side directly below the turbo. You just need to loosen both bolts, and then this plate has a notch in it. Let this slide out of the way, and then turn the motor over until the torque converter bolts line up with that hole, and take them out. So I would say easy peasy, but from the ground, probably not. All right, let me go get a pry bar. Right there. All right, so it's not too bad. When you're using a pry bar and prying against the bell housing, you don't want to force it. So what seemed to work really well is just one tooth at a time, pretty much, maybe 2 teeth at a time. You try to get a lot more than that, you can actually see the bell housing start flexing. The last thing you want to do is break off that lower portion of the bell housing. So just do it one tooth at a time, and it'll turn right over for you. Jacking it up, I ended up jacking up both front and rear, and that was just to be able to get the trans out. Alright, it's a hot one today. Got the trans out, went pretty swimmingly. Now we got the truck jacked up, front and rear. Need to figure out to get this out. So I think what we'll do is put a wrench or something, bolt a wrench to the front so the converter doesn't fall out. Tilt the trans down to make the top of the bell housing and the back of the tail housing kind of level. Because right now the converter, I drained all the fluid out of the pan, so it's real front heavy because of the converter. So we'll keep the converter so it doesn't fall out with a wrench, and then tilt it down. Once I tilt it down, it should be able to slide right underneath this frame rail, and we'll get her out. And then I'll probably use the cherry picker, or, well, me and my son should be able to lift it up. We'll lift it up onto the table. But because I had to lift up front and rear, I think I'm just going to leave the truck as it sits, move the table out, so it's a little easier to get to and work on and all. Get this thing torn apart, break out the pressure washer, clean it all up. Now, because I don't know the exact state of clutches and material and all that, and I don't have a flush machine. It's called a hot flush. Heats the transmission fluid up as it pulsates the direction with air, and it's really the only way you can clean out a cooler. Air and brake clean, yeah, everybody's done it. These new transmissions, it won't work. If you have if your converter goes down hard and you got a bunch of clutch material and metal material stuck in that cooler, you can brake clean and air it out all you want. It's not going to be clean. And then once you put some brand new trans in and new fluid, it's just going to dislodge all that stuff, and there goes your brand new trans. So these trucks took me a while. I'm used to the trans cooler being in the radiator and then an external. It sounds like these trucks are strictly external. So to get by with not having to flush, I bought a new external trans cooler, because the factory one is actually made into the AC condenser. So I'm not going through all that. Got a new Fluidyne, I believe is who makes it, external transmission cooler, and all new transmission lines. So we'll get this out, tear out all the old transmission lines, take the grill off, and get ready for that. But I'll deal with all that once the trans is actually back in. Then I'll route everything so I know it's not going to be a problem. So alright, well, I think that's it. I'll get this trans out, and I guess I'll start the video again once we start tearing it apart. Maybe this will be day 1 and day 2 will be rebuilding the trans or something. Make it a smaller. Words are hard today. It's hot. But alright. Y'all have a good one.